Hey, what's up? This is Chosen. Happy Tuesday to you. This is going to be a Raid Shadow Legends video, and we have got a lot to cover. I wake up this morning, and I see that we are getting legendary versions of every single starting champion. So not just Supreme Elaine. We're going to be getting Supreme Aethel, Supreme Kayle, and Supreme Galek, as you can see with the announcement up above there. So I'm going to go over all of their kits live. I have not seen them yet. I'm going to react to how trash or how good I think they are live as I analyze it with you here in the video. And then we've also got all the craziness like the extra legendary event going on today and the Supreme Elaine events dropping in a couple days. So we're going to get you caught up on everything you need to know happening in Raid Shadow Legends as we head into the middle of the week. Let's get into it. Alrighty, now first of all, Plarium's announcement actually read, you already know that the upcoming release will feature a legendary version of our well-known and loved Elaine, Supreme Elaine. However, I'm happy to share that it will also feature the legendary versions of other starting champions, Aethel, Kayle, and Galek, who will now become supreme versions of those previous champions. Now, I saw some content creators talking in the content creator chat, and I apologize for not remembering who, but somebody had the really good idea that this upcoming fragment event should have been Supreme fragments, and then you get to pick which one of the 4 Supreme starter champions that you spend your 100 fragments on. That would have been a million times more hype. So whoever said that, I agree with you. That is a fantastic idea. That's exactly what it should have been. It would have been a huge PR win for Plarium to give people the freedom to kind of pick their favorite one and pick the one they like the most and pick the one that benefits their account the most. And people would have been excited to go after the fragments and theory crafting with each other on which one who should take. Would have been a awesome fragment event, but we're just getting the fragments for Supreme Elaine, and then I guess the other ones are going to be added to the game as like polls that we can randomly summon, or maybe they'll get events in the future, or what they'll probably do, honestly, is they'll probably put them as guaranteed events. I bet you we get like a 20 sacred event for Supreme Kayle, and we get like a 200 ancient event for Supreme Galek and stuff like that. I guarantee you that's probably what's going to happen, but it would have been a massive win to have the to have each player get Supreme fragments and then pick their starting champion. But I digress. Mini rant here. Sorry. Let's go over these Supreme starting champions, and I will react to their kit live. So first up, let's go over Supreme Galek. And the first thing that jumps out to me, this is literally my first time looking at this live on video. We've got another Void. So it looks like they're all probably going to be Void versions of themselves. I don't know what to think about that. We're getting 4 new Void legendaries dumped into the summoning pool. I really hope that they're good, that they are good enough to justify that. And also, Supreme Galek has been eaten real good. That is a way beefier version of Galek for sure. So, okay, we've got a multi-hitter A1, 10% chance. So extra 10%, is that in every ability? I really hope it is, because it's nice when we can build them with less crit rate. Looks like it's not in the other abilities. Oh, no, it is. 10%. And 10%. Okay, good. So we're going to be able to build Galek with like crit damage gloves, and then we're only going to need to get to like 90% crit rate. Okay, so each hit 40% of increasing duration of HP burn. I mean, increasing duration on a default is always nice. It's only HP burn. I would have had it be HP burn and poison. I think that would have been really fun. And then attack 4 times at random. So that kind of holds true to his current design, I think. Increase attack on this champion for 3 turns before attacking. Each hit and a chance of activating HP burn and decreasing the duration of HP burn devos. Okay, fill this champion's turn meter by 3%. Okay. Could be fun. HP burn activation is fun for speed farming and stuff. So, but okay, then we get an AoE 3-turn cooldown when booked is good. AoE chance of placing HP burn and block buffs. Okay, that's good. AoE block buffs on a 3-turn cooldown is very nice. Okay. And then decrease speed on targets. Okay, that's pretty solid on a 3-turn cooldown. So I'm liking Supreme Galek pretty good so far in terms of kit. And then we got a passive here, Laugh at Danger. Whenever this champion receives Fear, True Fear, Freeze, Provoke, so any of the CC stuff, instantly remove them and fully heal this champion and grant an extra turn. That's pretty cool. It is a 4-turn cooldown. but that's pretty cool. That's great, just like passive value to throw in there. So I like Supreme Gallic. I think this is a fun design. I think he does some cool things. He's got some activation. He's got that cool kind of synergy to build with less crit rate. If he's got good base stats and multipliers, I could see him being a fun champion. So right out the gate, I'm gonna give this like a B plus or so. I don't think he's gonna be Marichka or Siffy or anything, like an A, but definitely a fun one here. And without knowing the multipliers, I'm gonna start with like my reaction to the kit being like a B plus. And for context, I would say that the Supreme Elaine would have been like a B or B minus in terms of my reaction to the kit. So far, based on what I know, I like Supreme Galek even better than Supreme Elaine. So now let's check out Supreme Aethel. So alrighty, we've got now why did they do why did they do attack one enemy? She used to have a 3-hitter. Her rare version has a triple hitter that places weaken and stuff. Why'd they take that away? Okay, but again, another void legendary. If there are enemies, also attack them. Oh, okay. So any enemies on you freeze, we also attack them, and then decrease the enemy's attack by 3% whenever this champion hits an enemy with the skill. That'll be really good for like boss fights or like Doom Tower bosses and stuff like that. That A1 right there. Increase it by 3. Okay. Okay, a decent A1. Kind of a bummer that's a default single hitter. Then we get a booked up 3-turn AoE. That will. Why is this the same as Supreme Elaine? It's gonna ignore strength and ally protection. Oh, and unkillable. Okay, so it's a little bit different. Ignores unkillable if they're under a freeze, and then a 100% chance of placing a freeze. Okay, cool. And then place increase attack and increase crit rate and a shield on the champion for 3 turns. Then grant an extra turn. That's good. Okay, so a possible candidate for like soloing content if was in like a lifesteal set or something, because you're gonna be getting that self shield and like the self increase attack buff and stuff like that with a little bit of CC. Then we get a passive, placing a freeze 1 hit while under a shield. 35% chance of placing a freeze for removed by okay. Interesting. Yeah, I think Supreme Aethel is comparable to Supreme Elaine, maybe slightly better. I'd probably go with like a B on Supreme Aethel, but looks interesting, looks fun, and looks worth testing. But now, the moment of truth, one of the most popular champions in Raid getting a legendary Supreme version. KO is good. Dark KO is good. Is Supreme KO going to fit the bill here? Oh, AoE A1. I'm liking it already. AoE A1, 50% chance of placing a weaken, and it can't be resisted. Oh, please give us can't be resisted on every ability. If we can build Supreme KO with no accuracy, woo! Okay, so can't be resisted. I love that. Why is this a different color here? Okay, there we go. So cannot be resisted. And then another AoE. Oh my goodness, they're all AoE. Oh my god. Okay, we got potential here. We got potential. And then place 3 poisons for 2 and they can't be resisted. Ooh. And increase the duration of and it can't be resisted on a 3-turn cooldown. Okay. Yeah, this Supreme KO is going to be the best one, I think. Increase accuracy buff on all allies for 2 turns, and all of this is a 3-turn cooldown. So we've got the 4 that books to 3, we've got the 4 that books to 3, and then a 75% of placing a decreased resistance on all enemies for 2 turns that can't be resisted. Fill turn meter by 10% for each decreased resistance. Please tell me the passive is good too. Decrease each target's accuracy, crit rate, and crit damage by 3% for each poison on them. And we can realistically get to like what, 5-6 poisons if we got a proper team. So by 3%. So you could be decreasing their stats by like 10 to 20%. And it's 3 different debuff stats. If there are multiple champion, okay, yeah, no, so Supreme Kale, I would say, is like an A for sure. He's a fun one, because it can't be resisted, and because he's getting like passive utility based on these debuffs, and placing weaken, doing 3 different AoE abilities. He's gonna be god tier for like putting in a stun set to help with secret rooms or stuff like that. I think Supreme KO is the best one in terms of my first initial reactions of all the starting champions: Supreme Elaine, Supreme Aethel, Supreme Galek, and Supreme KO. I personally Obviously this could change, you know. I got to do all the normal caveats. I got to test them. I got to see their base stats. I got to see their multipliers. But just based off of reacting to the kits, I would rank them Supreme Kale, then Supreme Galek, and then Supreme Aethel. And yeah, unfortunately, I would rank them right now with Supreme Elaine, the one that's coming up in the fragment events, as as number 4. Even though I think I'm a little bit higher on Supreme Elaine than most people dunking on her in the community. I don't think she's going to end up being quite as trash as people think she's going to be. But we do need to see her base stats, and I was going to upload a video about that later today. But I would rank them, like I said, Kale, Galek, Aethel, and Elaine in terms of ranking the 4 Supreme versions based off of what I can see in their kit. But definitely let me know down below what you think, you know, and how you would rank them in your order. And I'll also host a poll over on the community tab asking which Supreme champion that you think is best. So, okay, that was a lot to cover, but some exciting stuff going on today, and I'm so mad. I'm so mad they didn't have Supreme fragments that people could earn and then pick the Supreme champion. Gosh, that was such an easy slam dunk. They had a wide open breakaway slam dunk, and they dribbled the ball off their foot and sent it out of bounds for a turnover. It was right there for the taking. But anyway, I'm going to get depressed the more I talk about that. But okay, the most important thing going on in game right now is we've got the extra legendary event, and you've got a day and a half left to decide if you want to pull on this. The big thing to take note of is that this weekend is going to be probably 2x Sacreds, and we're probably getting a guaranteed summon event for Sacred Shards sometime soon in the next month and a half. And you've got all the fragment events coming for Supreme Elaine happening this weekend. So definitely be careful if you're YOLOing Sacreds during the bonus legendary event. Your clan quests within your team have also reset and have a new iteration, so you're going to want to today get in there and grab some quests here to help your clan level up. And you have also got to make sure and spend your Hydra keys. Today is the last day. They reset kind of at the end of Tuesday, so make sure you do the clan quests, and then also make sure that you get your Hydra keys spent if you are at a place where you hit the Hydra. Then for the tournaments and events happening in game, right now under tournaments, you've got your Fire Night. This is going to be mostly normal stuff. I would probably try to get to 1525 to scoop up your coins. And then there's going to be a tag arena tournament tomorrow. The Ice Golem, I went after the Void Shard over here on the right. Sorry, my camera flickers, by the way. It's only when I load the tournament and event screens on Raid Shadow Legends. It doesn't do it in Diablo 3 or Diablo Immortal or anything else that I've ever done. It's only Raid, tournaments, and events. Makes my camera flicker. I have no idea why. But anyway, then under the events tab, there is something important you want to note of, or take note of, and that is the fusion of the warm-up event here. You want to pull 20 mystery shards every day. This is actually pretty decent compared to what we usually get for fusion warm-up events. So make sure you're pulling 20 mystery shards here for the next couple days and scooping up those rewards. Also in the champion training tournament, there is a legendary book down at 12,000, but that's pretty pricey, especially given that we've got fragment events starting this weekend. And then let's see if there's anything worth talking about in the shop. Doesn't look like it. Yep, okay. There's nothing worth plugging in or having a deep dive discussion on, unfortunately, in the shop. And boom, there we have it. Remember to subscribe on your way out if you enjoy daily Raid Shadow Legends content. I'm going to upload a video later today here in the afternoon for me, talking about a little bit more of a deep dive into Supreme Elaine, because I think we're learning a little bit more in terms of the context of if she is going to be worth getting after for the fragments and all that type of stuff. So I think it warrants a discussion talking about how some people in the community feel and maybe what the multipliers might be and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm gonna go host a poll over on the community tab, so go vote on that if you would like, in terms of the starting champions becoming legendaries. And if you're pulling Sacreds, good luck. I'm still a little bit on the fence whether I'm going to or not. I know you can't see it, but I've got 48 Sacreds, so I'm in striking distance of the guaranteed events still and stuff, so I don't know. But like, given the fact that we're getting these Supreme legendaries hitting, I might want to wait until, like, if they were in the game already, I probably would pull, but I'm a little bit skeptical that they might do a guaranteed event like 20 Sacreds for Supreme Kale. So I might end up holding off, and I'd hate to like rip 18 Sacred Shards and pull, you know, Longbeard and Lonicus and then be like, why did I do that? And then watch them, you know, next week put out an event for Supreme Kale. So I'm probably like 70% gonna hold off and 30% gonna pull, something like that. But anyway, I'm gonna get out of here, and I appreciate all of you. I will have that video on Supreme Elaine coming up later today. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks for watching. Peace.